Joint Secretary, Varma is here, and other members of the district administration. I am very happy to be here and visit the temple. A beautiful temple, very powerful temple. And I will take it up with him, because I am also very impressed with the temple. Actually, we don't know that such a lovely temple existed in this place. So I am very happy that I came. I think I came because of Mother God. So I am very happy, and we will talk to CM about this. What can be done at the earliest, and how we can develop. MP is here, MLA is here, they will take this up. And the district magistrate, SP, everyone is here. And I will speak to them. And regarding your buses, I think the MLA was given 2 electric buses. I will surely talk also regarding that. We will get back to you very soon. But it's a very good cause. We will try our best and do something about it. We will do something positive about it. And about the Red Cross also, we would like the Red Cross to work on TV Bhopal. I see that his district has come third. There is no cause that it cannot come first. I am sure it will come first also, it can come third. So we look forward to the Garhwal district coming first in TV Bhopal. And the education, this is field, the district is doing very well. And because the government schools are doing well, that's why the education system is doing well. Government schools are important, are very important because they are the ones which take education to the classroom. It is very, very important to have the government schools running. All over India is very important. If we have to empower people, we must give education. Without that, we cannot empower. Water is necessary, health is necessary, everything is necessary. But more necessary is education. So I am happy that the Garhwal district administration is doing well in it. And this district is small, population is small. So things can be achieved. Things can be achieved. And I can see the MP is also very enthusiastic. The senior man, you must involve him also. And his writers, poets, they are also part of the write. So wherever I have gone in Telangana, I have gone eminent personalities, writers, poets, environmentalists, teachers, singers, dancers. So they are also part of the district. And when the Prime Minister says Sabka Prayas, it means taking them along. But we cannot confine, we have long past, we have got even from now 1947 to 2025 is quite a long journey. The district collectorate cannot be the
grows here. Kathal grows here? Wow.
I think the district is doing very, very well in TV. I was wanting to see the TV, and I was congratulating once more for doing this TV thing, and the health also is very good. The schools are being transformed, and I always believe that government schools are very important link in our education system. Poor people cannot afford the private education. Without proper education, there is no Viksit Bharat. Isn't it? Without that input of education, we cannot empower the people and generations to come. So school education, school education, government through government is very, very important. It's very important, and not only all over India, there is some sort of, long impression of school education by government. They are going to private schools, paying 10 times more. That's because we have not been able to, change the perception of government schools. It's not that their government schools are bad, they are one of the best schools. And they give it free. But then, the perception is not being built, right? We have not been able to build that perception as the private schools have built over the years. But everything is very hunky-dory in private schools. It's not that. We have to build that perception. There also you have to be a very big part. You have to play big, and schools I see here and have done up. We have done up the schools quite well, and the perception has to change, and education must go down to the last man. As health has to go down to the last man, education also has to go down to the last person. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to do anything. It will be very difficult for a country of our size. And Telangana is a medium-sized state with over 3 crore population. It is not a small state. You have to educate everyone. You should try public schools. So once again, I thank you all for being here, and it was very enlightening to hear you all, and to also see that it's presentation. Students here, so they can try on pilot on child marriage. How to involve a poet, how to involve a sportsperson, how to involve a writer in that campaign. Because we have to communicate, this is the age of communication. We have to communicate powerfully. And social media is not enough. These things require human touch. These are human problems. These are not computer problems, these are human problems. So it requires a human touch. It requires a human touch. And it will always require human touch. AI only has no AI. It requires a human touch, these social problems. And what better way to give it than to involve the citizens? Citizens who are looked up to, citizens who have contributed to social life. These are the people who have come forward. And I've seen this presentation. It was nice, it was concise and very to the point. Because sometimes PowerPoints, become so long they have no power. This is concise and to the point and good. And good PowerPoint, and I remember that when I go back to my home state, I will get some of the details from him, and maybe we will copy him. We will copy Wanaparthi in Tripura or something. That's how it is. Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat is the part of it. What we do well, Tripura, you should take. What you do well, we should take. For the upliftment of the nation and the society. That is the natural way of sharing and caring things. And more important, unity in doing development also. We can differ on many things, but we cannot differ on the concept of a developed nation. That India should become a Viksit Bharat. A Nagarik should be a Viksit Nagarik, empowered Nagarik, empowered by health, empowered by education, free from social evils like child marriage, drug abuse. This is what nation building. Nation building is not something very big. Nation building is actually, building your village, building your family with the right values. We think that nation building means building a skyscraper or something. It is not that. So that's why in every district in Telangana I always call the eminent persons. Because I feel they can communicate maybe much better than we do. As administrators, politicians, bureaucrats, you'll be able to communicate better. Some can communicate through poems, some can communicate through drama, some can communicate through their art, some can communicate through their sports. So we can attack these evils from all angles. And I would ask you all, request you all also to get involved in these things. And I would ask the district magistrate to devise a campaign, maybe against child marriage or something. Devise a campaign with everyone, the police, the SP is also here. Let them try out, file a campaign. That would be very nice. That would be a very nice. And I would say the district is small, population wise is small. So it will be a perfect district to pilot something. We cannot pilot in a very big district, it becomes very difficult. Resources become difficult, monitoring becomes difficult. So in a smaller district it is easier to pilot because monitoring is easier and finances will be less. So I thank you all for being here and being able to meet you all. And we will, devise some way, I'm sure. And whatever help I can give, I am sure I will. And I will ask the, Raj Bhavan also. We will design. We will design one award for the, for the craftsmen of Telangana. Because I think, we should design a award for the craftsmen like contemporary master weavers, the Garhwal master weavers, the Cheriyal painting master painters, sculptors. We must honor them on the award. It requires, a recognition is required. A recognition is required, and we will also have to hold some, discussion in the Bhavan regarding, chain painting, regarding the problems of the Garhwal weavers. Something has to be done in this matter because it's a very rich heritage. No weaver does not mean no cloth. No weaver of Garhwal sari means no history. One page of history is gone. No Panchampali does not mean one sari is gone. It means one chapter from your state history is gone. You have to realize that. So these are things to be realized. And you should also, the eminent persons must focus on this point. Because the world will become very materialistic and they don't know what they are losing, what they are gaining, but everyone is running. सब दौड़ रहा है, तो क्या मिल रहा है, क्या खो रहा है, उसका हिसाब नहीं होता है। दौड़ते रहो। जब तक गिर न जाए तब तक दौड़ते रहो. So as I said, losing a contemporary is not losing one side, or losing one clock. Yes, people youngsters may think, अरे क्या है? This is losing one page from your history, which you will not be able to get it back. Losing the Garhwal, design will be losing something else. Losing Cheriyal painting will be losing something else. And if all are lost, then how will you identify yourself? How will you define yourself? I am a human being with 2 hands and 2 legs. That is not your definition. There is something much more to it that has been added through centuries and through the millennia. I don't know, this cannot. Because we all live in the society. Isn't it? We all live in one society. And we all live in one nation. We all live in one state. So the effort should be for everyone. That's why the Prime Minister keeps on saying, how Viksit Bharat will come? Through Sabka Prayas. He did not say it will come through the Prime Minister's Prayas or through the District Magistrate Prayas. It is a prayas, effort by Sabka Prayas. Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas. So in that light, we have tried to involve the eminent persons. Wherever district I have gone, I have called them over, and they also see the presentation of what is happening in the district. So they also have the sense of holding a stake. So you know now what is happening in the education line. You know what is happening in the health. Such good things are happening in the health sector. That app I've seen is a beautiful app. Is it all over Telangana or only in this? Oh, that's a very nice thing. That's a very, very nice, health app. As I was saying in Garhwal also, giving help, giving medicine or giving, this is not how we speak today. Now we say that giving help is giving empowerment. But now India has passed that Roti Kapra Makan.
Yes.
It is Roti Kapra Makan when we want empowerment of our citizens. We want empowerment. An empowered citizen is a part of an empowered nation. What makes an empowered nation? What makes a Viksit nation? Viksit nation cannot be made in the Chief Minister's office or Governor's Lok Bhavan or in the district electorate. It has to be made in every village. Viksit Bharat mane a Viksit Nagrik. It means a strong nation means a strong society. And we have, we living in a country that is very, very, diverse. The English word is diverse. And we keep saying Vividhata, Vividhata. The word Vividhata is not right. The word Anekata is right. We have Anek cultures, Anek languages. We have many languages. District officials and of course eminent personalities. आपके हिंदू मेरे से अच्छे हैं. इतना शुद्ध बोलते हैं आप. आपके सामने हिंदी बोलना थोड़ा मुश्किल है. And eminent persons. And it has been my effort whenever I visit a district, in Telangana, to include the eminent persons. Because I always feel in my home state also that only the elected, politically elected representatives of the bureaucrats are not the district. There has to be a public participation in everything we do. After all, we are a democracy. And the district electorate should look like a people's collectorate. Writers, thinkers, poets, dramatists, sculptors, sports personalities. You are also the social leaders of the district and have a very significant part to play. And I must congratulate the district magistrate and collector for becoming the first district in the state regarding TV education, TV booths. And I am sure the campaign against child marriage, voluntary marriage will carry on, and you all must help the directorate plan out a program for this, and I would request you to involve it. I was also a minister of rural development in Tripura, a small state, with a lot of problems, northeastern state, and there I found, the societal leader played a very, very important part, especially in the social evils, like child marriage, drug abuse. These are social problems which must be faced by society as a
చూసి కార్యక్రమాలు విజయవంతం చేయవలసిందిగా ఈ సందర్భంగా కోరుతూ
నేను ప్రభుత్వ పాఠశాలలో చదువుకొని గవర్నమెంట్ హాస్టల్లో ఉండి ఉన్నత విద్యావంతులు ఎదిగినా సార్. ఎంఏ తెలుగులో చదివాను, ఎంఏ పొలిటికల్ సైన్స్, ఎంఎస్సి మ్యాథమెటిక్స్, బీఈడీ చేశాను సార్. గత 26 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి హై స్కూల్లో మ్యాథ్స్ టీచర్గా పనిచేస్తున్నాను సార్. నా చిన్ననాటి నుంచి నాకు పాటలన్న ప్రాణం సార్. నేను పాటలు పాడిన ప్రధాన కారణం మా నాన్నగారు సార్. మా నాన్నగారు కళాకారుడు కాబట్టి నేను ప్రాంతం చూడండి సార్, ఎక్కడ సందర్భం వస్తే అక్కడ పాటలు పాడి జనాన్ని చైతన్యం చేసి విద్యార్థులను చైతన్యం చేస్తాను సార్ నేను. అదేవిధంగా జనవరి 1వ తారీఖు నుంచి ప్రారంభమై డిసెంబర్ 20వ తారీఖు దాకా మధ్యకాలంలో మరణించిన పుట్టినటువంటి వ్యక్తుల యొక్క జయంతి వర్ధంతి కార్యక్రమాలు చేసి వాళ్ళ చరిత్రని సమాజానికి అందించాలని లక్ష్యంతోన నేను ఈ సమాజాన్ని చైతన్యం చేయడానికి ఒక గాయకునిగా, ఒక కళాకారునిగా, ఒక ఉపాధ్యాయునిగా, ఒక సంఘ సంస్కర్తగా సమాజాన్ని చైతన్యం చేయడంలో నేను ఈ డ్రెస్ వేసుకొని నాకు ఎలాంటి ఇబ్బందులు తరగతి గదిలో విద్యార్థులకు పాటలతో పాటు పాటల రూపంలో విద్యార్థులు చైతన్యం చేయడానికి కంకణం కట్టుకున్నా సార్. మీరు వనపర్తికి రావడం మనస్ఫూర్తిగా మిమ్మల్ని కృతజ్ఞతలు చేసుకుంటే మిత్రులకు నమస్కారం.
డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో 16 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి పనిచేస్తున్నాను. ప్రస్తుతం విఘ్నగర్ల మండలంలో డిప్యూటీ తహసీల్దార్గా పనిచేస్తున్నాను. నేను అనేక రకమైన సందేశాత్మకమైన చిత్రాలను వేస్తుంటాను. గతంలో గౌరవ ఉపరాష్ట్రపతి గారు వెంకయ్య నాయుడు సార్ తోటి, తర్వాత గౌరవ తమిళసామి గారితో, మన ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు కేసీఆర్ గారితో అనేక ప్రశంసా పత్రాలు పొందడం జరిగింది. తర్వాత నేను ఈ ఉద్యోగరీత్యా ఉద్యోగం చేసుకుంటేనే సమయభావం తక్కువ ఉండడం వల్ల నేను పెయింటింగ్ చేస్తుంటాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Fortunate enough to go into the school, AP Residential School Survey, having stood first in the 7th class examination at the district level, and from this school was inaugurated by our honorable ex-CM and ex-Prime Minister Sri Manya Sri PV Narasimha Rao garu sir. So having retired, I am now presently doing coaching some institutes sir. Thank you sir.
मेरा शुभ नाम आकुल स्वराज लिंगम है. मेरा जन्म 15 जून 1945 में हुआ. मुझे बचपन से भजन कार्यक्रमों में भाग लेने का अभिलाषा थी. तो 19 साथ में भगवान की कृपा से मैं रचना कार्यक्रम का आरंभ किया हूँ। 1971 में हिंदी अध्यापक पद पर नियुक्त होकर 33 वर्ष भाषा की सेवा कर 2003 में
రాబోయే రోజుల్లో ఒలింపిక్ లాస్ ఏంజలీస్ ఒలింపిక్లో కూడా పాల్గొని మెడల్ సాధించాలన్న నమ్మకం ఉంది సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
వనపర్తికి స్వాగతం సార్. నా పేరు పోచా రవీందర్ రెడ్డి. ఓ నెగిటివ్ 85 టైమ్స్ బ్లడ్ డోనర్ సార్. నేను హైయెస్ట్ బ్లడ్ డోనర్ ఇన్ వనపర్తి డిస్టిక్. 5-6 టైమ్స్ గవర్నర్ అవార్డీ సార్. బెస్ట్ సోషల్ వర్కర్ అవార్డీ వనపర్తి మున్సిపల్ లెవెల్ అండ్ డిస్టిక్ లెవెల్ సార్. నేను ఈ యొక్క రక్తదాన శిబిరాలపై రక్తదానం చేయడంపై అవగాహన సదస్సులు నిర్వహించే దాంట్లో మరి నేను నిర్వహిస్తుంటాను సార్. అదేవిధంగా ఏ సోషల్ కార్యక్రమంలో అయినా కూడా నా వంతు పాత్ర నిర్వహిస్తుంటాను సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
సార్ నేను నేషనల్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ బాక్సింగ్ మరియు కిక్ బాక్సింగ్ పోటీలో పాల్గొని దాదాపుగా 65 మెడల్స్ సాధించాను సార్. అది జూనియర్ నేషనల్స్లో నావి ఢిల్లీ ఒక బ్రాంజ్ మెడల్ సార్. తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ 2010-2012 సీనియర్ నేషనల్ గోల్డ్ మెడలిస్ట్ సార్. నెక్స్ట్ థాయిలాండ్ సిల్వర్ మెడలిస్ట్ సార్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్. తర్వాత ఇటలీ సిసిలీలో నాది బ్రాంజ్ మెడల్ సార్ బాక్సింగ్ సార్.
In near Kottagota called the Sarla Sagar project. The Kanpur Killa is a very famous trekking site, sir. It's full of ecological beauties. The Chandraghat Fort is also a very medieval construction site, which is a very good tourist spot. So we'll move on to the schemes that are being implemented, starting with NTEP regarding the TP project from Medical and Health Department. We have the health infrastructure, sir. There is a general hospital in Wanaparthi headquarters. We have 4 CHCs, 16 primary health centers and 98 Ayushman Arogya Mandirs, which are recently classified as ARM, sir. Our IMR, we are better than the average for the state and the country at about 12 per 1,000 live births. For maternal mortality rate, it is about 42. We are taking steps to reduce it further, sir. The 100-day mission, which was launched by Honorable Prime Minister, this was launched in 2018, sir, but the 100-day mission was launched in 2025, wherein 347 districts across India were identified as highly prone to TB. Wanaparthi district was one of the 9 districts in Telangana which was on for the 100-day mission, and we started this campaign on 7 December till 24th of March. So some of the items we did here were the AI embedded handheld X-ray machine, which was also on display in the camp. So this really augmented our capacity to test the people at the field level, where we can go village to village, door to door, and screen the patients for X-rays. Niksha shivers were organized, and we had a ready line list of all the vulnerable population for the tuberculosis, that is greater than 60 years, people with diabetics, the smokers, and contacts of previous TB cases, etc. were priorly identified. And when the vehicle went there with the TB machine, with the X-ray machines, all these people were mobilized by our Asha.
చరిత్ర సృష్టించినోడు ఇప్పుడు ఆ చరిత్రని తిరగరాయబోతున్నాడు. అబద్ధాల గోడల్ని బద్దలు కొట్టి నిజాలను రాగా మీ ముందుంచబోతున్నాడు. నిజమైన వార్తల కోసం వెంటనే డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోండి రా యాప్ని.